Hi everyone, welcome to my Let's Play of Whale's Voyage. Just starting up the DOS box here. This is an old school game. This is old school security measures as well. Just looking up the word in the manual there. The word is 1. Alright, here we go. Just the music starting in. Well, Whale's Voyage is an RPG from 1993, made in Germany. It's actually the first video game that I ever bought with my own money. I think I must have been about 9 or 10 years old at the time, and I had no idea what I was getting into. I think it might have been the first role-playing game I ever played. And as it's not the easiest game, I didn't get very far at the time. I never actually finished the game yet, so maybe this will be the first time. So, Whale's Voyage is a science fiction RPG, and there are some other genre elements as well, most notably trading. There's a lot of trading going on between planets that you need to do to get ahead in the game. And there's some exploration aspects as well, which is not that strange for an RPG, but as we'll see, it's done in a rather original way for the time. So what I'm going to do today is talk you through the first bits of the game, show you the controls, which are very unwieldy, probably the least favorite aspect of the game to me. It's very difficult to control the characters in battles particularly, and it can get frustrating. So without further ado, let's start the game and make some characters. So here we go, new game. Yes. Alright, so as you can see, you first have to pick a father and then a mother, which is kind of an original character creation system. So in all there are 25 pre-generated, well, not pre-generated, but predefined babies, as it were, so you don't have 100% control over how the character is going to turn out, which is interesting and original. This isn't a system you see very often in RPGs, so you basically have to make a match between the mother and the father and then just see what nature comes up with. As you can see, or could see earlier on, yeah, here we have it again. There's some alien race in there as well. One mother and one father who are members of that alien race. I'm not exactly sure what race that is. I haven't really encountered any info on it in the game so far. Maybe should read the manual again. So yeah, this is going to be the first character, Morty. As you can see, you got your six basic attributes for the character, and you have a certain leeway in modifying these to improve the areas that you think is important. Then you have to pick an education for your character, which will basically decide the class later on. So for Morty, we're going to go with basic military training, and then the Iranian monastic school, which will turn your character into a monk, which is basically what you'd expect if you know monks from Dungeons & Dragons, for example. So it's a character focused on hand-to-hand combat, and he also has some mental abilities here. So for Morty, strength and health very good, and a bit of mental energy as well, which means he can cast some basic spells in the game. Alright. The DNA thing on the right is supposedly important according to the manual. The higher the mutation rate you give your character by modifying the skills, the attributes in the beginning, supposedly that makes your character more susceptible to various kinds of diseases in the game. When I played it earlier, I haven't really encountered any problems with that, so I'm not sure how important it actually is. So there at the top of the screen you can see some of the basic ability scores you'll end up with. So that's our first one. Second character, just trying out some parents here. Here I'm gonna go with boulders. Let's just see how it turns out. It's not too high the score, but pretty high mental energy. So I'm just gonna boost some of these things a little bit. See what we end up with. Fairly intelligent guy. So I think I want boulders to be yeah, a doctor. So we went for the chemical school as a kid, and then medical school as his final education. So you see he ends up with a lot of mental energy, which is useful for healing as well as other kinds of spells. Alright, the third one, it's a him, and I want some girls as well. Here's a her. I'm gonna go for Fenna. These are low scores. Not sure I want that. Just power playing a little bit here. Another him. And there's a her. This looks a bit better, so this is probably going to be enough. Boosting strength a little, want to get some combat types in there. So just gonna go here. You see, depending on your scores, you can't choose every kind of education. So Fen is a street kid, and then there are only 2 options left, so we're gonna go for bounty hunter, which sounds pretty tough. So she ends up with rather well-rounded scores, so that looks alright. I'm not really sure how this is gonna impact the game. It'll probably be fine. Yeah, so I'm not actually deleting her here, just trying out the menu basically. So we're moving on to the final character then. Let's see. It's a him, I want another her. So another mother. Yes. Hedda. These are all also kind of low scores, but it'll probably be fine in the end. Speed and strength, because we want to make a soldier out of Hedda. I'm gonna pick space education, nah, because it doesn't leave many options. Nakamura Gakko is a chemical school, so we're gonna go for military training and battle academy to make a soldier out of her. So she does end up with pretty high health and strength scores, so that'll be fine as a soldier. So yeah, let's go, we've got our 4 characters. So here we are at the basic ship screen. There's all kinds of things you can do. The first one is buy stuff from your local planet's trader. So there's all kinds of goods you can buy depending on which planet you're at, and the price levels will be different. As we'll see later on, this is basically how the trading system works and how you'll be able to get most of, or basically all of the money you need for whatever you'd like in the game. If you trade well, you can amass a fortune. Sell wares is basically what you think it is. But we don't have anything yet. We're broke, we don't have any stuff, so we don't have anything to sell. This is where you can buy equipment for your ship, the Whale, which is an old freighter basically. You start out the game and it's described as a rust bucket basically. It's got no weapons, no scanners, no gliders, no shields, or whatever, no fuel. So really we don't have any options yet there. This is the planet info screen. So right now we're at Castra. Once upon a time Castra has been the most important planet for trading, but nowadays lots of criminals are using Castra, and especially the capital Penthe, for their illegal deals. So this is the star system we're in. It's got 6 planets. Castra, the 3rd one where we are at now. This is Arboris, 2nd one. Lapis is the closest to the sun. Furthest away is Inoid, which is like a frosty planet. Nedax is a watery planet. And then Sky Boulevard, which we'll see later as well. Sky Boulevard is basically a devastated planet which has got a space station orbiting it, and the space station is actually the place you'll be going to. But since we can't go anywhere because we don't have any fuel, we're just going to beam down to the planet. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is the basic view of the game. It's as you can see, it's got that old 3D box style, which was coming up in RPGs at the time, the early 90s, maybe late 80s as well. Games like Might and Magic, Eye of Beholder series. Only this is a science fiction version of it. Got a really small view screen and lots of info around it, so it's kind of complicated, but you'll get used to it. The letters to the left of the names indicate the role the character plays in the party, which can mean various things. Just clicking around, or not actually clicking, but typing around the menus here. You can't use your mouse in this game. You have to do everything by keyboard using the arrow keys and the return key. Basically, that's the way you control everything. So these letters are the party functions. Boulder's here. I'm going to turn him into merchant, so you can see how much money we have, which is 0. Morty is L, the leader. And this seems fine for now. I'm just going to walk around and explore a little. Top left has got the mini map, which automatically fills as you explore the planet you are on. So as you can see, this is kind of like a gloomy, cyberpunkish planet we're on. It's dark, it's urban, looks a bit grimy, some blood on the walls there. Right, and here's some people walking around here. This is a shop, but it hasn't got any salesmen. Ooh, this guy here is interesting. So if you want to talk to somebody, you have to go into the menu and then select them and then say hello. And then he says get lost. That's rather nice. So for any, here's another guy, let's see. Gonna pick Hedda. She targets him, says hello, and he says shut up. Another very charming inhabitant of this planet. So basically for everything that you want to do in the game, you have to go into the menu with the names there in the bottom. So now we're out of the menu, so we can walk around in the world using the arrow keys, turning, going back and forward. And if you want to enter the menu, you have to press down and return at the same time. So you can enter the bars below the 3D view screen. And then you can click around, as you can see. So these are the class icons, and if you enter on those, you can use the abilities the character has, the special abilities. So we saw a couple of them, things like tracking, attacking, using mental skills. We'll probably get back to those at the point where the characters start using them for stuff. Basically, I'm now just exploring and trying to remind myself how the hell this planet is put together. Oh, this is a healing device, which is useful if you're not able to heal yourself and you've got some money left. You can basically go to this healing device, if you remember where it is, and heal or resurrect party members. That was the healing device, which we hopefully won't need all that much because we've got Boulders there, who's a doctor, and he can use his mental powers to heal party members. So hopefully we don't have to spend too much cash on that thing. So here's a bro with some long hair. I'm trying to talk to him. He says, "Get out of my way." So that's another charming inhabitant of the planet Castra. And he's kind of in our way. We want to go down there, but he's in his way with his mullet. So I'm gonna walk around, see if there's another way. There he is again, still hanging. Just hanging there, basically. I'll try and talk to him again, this time with Hedda. Hello, and he just growls. That's not very nice. So here on the other side, nope, there's no way going down there. So let's go around this bro. Oh yeah, now he's walking there, so we can go around him. What a jerk. Right, so now that guy's out of the way, we can explore the rest of the city. Haven't been down this alley yet, so let's just see what's here. more garbage cans, of course. This is an empty little building, not very useful. So let's just go on ahead and see what else is there. Alright, more hydrants. Wish we had a dog. Could just pee on the hydrant, would be fine. We don't have a dog though. This is sort of a big alley, which is another dead end, and it's locked. So of course all these cities are basically dungeons, like in the basic dungeon RPG games, but they look like cities, you know, but they're just big boxes. Ah, here's a guy. So Morty is gonna select this guy and examine the position first with the eye, but there's nothing special to see here, so there's no description of this person, which is too bad. So we're just gonna talk to him, wait for the description to disappear. And this is Greg Morgan. Hello, Greg. Oh yes, hello. He looks a bit unhealthy with his yellow face, but whatever. He's got a big problem. He wants to escape because he's being persecuted. So, how can we help, Greg? Yes, we'd love to help you. I've got an idea, you can shrink and smuggle me. So that sounds kinda legit, because he's heard about the so-called shrinking device. Of course we don't have one yet, because we don't have anything basically. But we'll keep that in mind for later on. So let's just say goodbye to Greg Morgan and go on exploring. So once we do find some shrinkage, we could help this guy out. So once he's shrunk, he probably wants to be smuggled off the planet, and we want to escape from the planet as well, because this is a pretty dismal place and we want to do other stuff. So yeah, maybe we can help each other out. Okay, this is another store we found. Gonna talk to this bro. He's still over there. And this guy is called Max Flesh. What can you offer, Max? He has all sorts of utility stuff. Compass and a room scanner, which is really expensive. Toolkit, sonic absorber, trap, infrared scanner, and acid tube and ammo. I'm not really sure what all this stuff does, but we don't have any money anyway, so yeah, that's too bad. He doesn't know any news. Alright, not very useful, but we know we can buy stuff from this guy, so that's good to keep in mind. Going down this alley, see what else there is. Ooh, this looks exciting. Here's Mullet Guy with his friend, and looks like they're threatening someone because he's calling for help. So now it gets tricky because we want to do something about it, but first we have to go all the way into the menu, try and talk to this guy. You say ahem and he just starts yapping at you. While the old guy is still, and he says shut up, the old guy is still shouting for help, so we're just going to beat up these bros. So Hedda is going to give him some knuckle, and bam, bam, bam. You just keep pressing enter to use your weapon, which is Hedda's fist in this case. So she took a little damage, but basically she just easily beat up those two bastards. So I'm going to use boulders. As you can see, we got a little experience points for that. And now Boulders is using his mental energy to heal Hedda, which costs him a bit of his mental energy bar, but not that much. And now Hedda is all fine again. So this is an old guy who got beat up, so we're helping him. Thank you very much, gentlemen and ladies. This is nice. 1500 credits as a reward. That's nice. Gets us started. Alright, so we're going to talk to him. This is an old man called George McMill. So he's quiet well now. Sick. And he's going to give us his phone number, which is going to be useful because he is a trader in high-tech tools. So we'll probably be dealing with this guy a bit later on. as I recall. Gonna write down this phone number for later. I already wrote it down in my manual the first time I played the game. Speaking of which, you can view or download the manual through the link that I put in the description, because I scanned it recently. So if you want to read some more about the game and background, you can take a look at the manual. And you also need it if you want to play the game yourself. No, I don't want to quit. Don't press escape. Okay, old man is still there, so we're going to beam back to the ship now, just for a bit. Now that we've got this guy's phone number, we might as well try out the phone. So first we're going to save the game. So there's no autosave in this game because it's an old game. So you have to remember to save regularly. And the only way to do that is to beam back to the whale and press escape and then save manually. And there's only one save slot, so you better make sure you don't mess anything up before you save the game, which is how it worked back in the day. Just typing in a number there and messing up, because you can't use your number keys on the keyboard. You have to do everything using the arrow buttons and then pressing enter. Alright, that's the guy's number. You hear the phone ring, but nobody answers. So he's probably busy. We're going to beam back down, and there is the music again. Music is rather nice, I think. It does get a bit repetitive if you spend a lot of time on the same planet. But that's alright, at least there is some music, and it's rather nice MIDI music. Which you can also play outside of the game, because the game's designers made a special music jukebox program, which comes in the game folder, so you can play these MIDI tracks outside of the game as well, if you like that. So we're going back and exploring a little more. This is another store that we haven't been to yet, so we have Morty talk to this guy, select talk. Hi, this is Walter Wynn. I'm going to ask him if he knows anything, and yes, because he's in sorrow because he can't find his daughter Winnie. That's too bad, Walter. So we haven't seen his daughter yet, but it's worth having a look around for her. Not sure why he isn't looking for her himself, but alright. Maybe he's scared of all the thugs, which makes sense. He sells weapons, unlike the other guy, who sells mainly utility items. So we've got some knives and a battle staff, knuckle duster, and I'm gonna buy this knuckle duster with the cash we got from George McMill, because it's a cool weapon if you like punching people. Seems like a nice basic weapon. So now I use the menu to have Morty pick up the item, and then I'm gonna use it. Otherwise you're not using it if you don't select use, which is sort of logical. There's no special attack button for the weapon, but you can examine the item, and then you get this nice description view with a drawing of the weapon. So, but I don't really want Morty to have the knuckle duster, so you do drop item and then have someone else pick it up. I do first actually have to drop it. Yeah, there it is. No, not give item. Drop item. Drop the knuckle duster on the counter. And then Hedda is going to pick it up. Bam. And then she's going to use it. Examine it? No, first use it. So now she has a knuckle duster, which, if you look at the stats screen, the second sheet it now says weapon class 13, so it's an improvement over her basic fist damage. I don't think we want anything else from this guy, so we're just going to walk out the door here and explore a little, trying to find this little girl. Not exactly sure where she is. I mean, I did this quest before when I played the game earlier, years ago, but can't really remember where the girl is, to be honest. So we're just going to keep exploring, filling out the map. More locked doors here, no surprise. I mean, it's supposed to look like a real world with lots of doors, but of course you can't go everywhere. That would be a bit too much for a basic RPG. I think we've seen most of the alleys and stuff already. So just gonna keep walking around, walking past all the walls so they show up on our little mini-map. Right, there's this little box there. Alright, now I'm gonna check back in some of these areas that we've already been to, because the girl could basically be anywhere. I'm not exactly lost right now, but I'm also not exactly sure where to go. I may have, I probably used grid paper to fill in my own maps of the game back in the day, but oh, yep, that looks like our little girl. She has a toy, I think, so we're just gonna pick her up. We took the girl with us. Let's bring her back to her dad. That's nice. What was she doing in that alley anyway? Playing probably, but on this world, not too safe. So far we've saved an old guy from thugs, a little girl who was lost. So then you get the special button there, and she smiles because she's back with her daddy. Thank you for returning my daughter. We feel like total heroes right now. As a way of saying thank you, let me give you these weapons and ammunition. And now we're talking. Thank you, Walter. Let's see what he has to give us. Oh wait, level up. We've gained enough experience points to level up, so we gotta pick some new skills. Disarm, paralyze, check honesty, take up trail, resurrect member. That sounds really badass. So, intoxicate, hypnotize, heal unconsciousness, paralyze opponents, disarm. For boulders, I'm gonna go with resurrect as well, I think, because he's the doctor. Fenna is the bounty hunter. She can do some computer skills. Item values, traps. Gonna do manipulate computer, and then finally for Hedda, automatic reload because she's the warrior. So now you see they have these green squares there, which indicates they've gone up a level. I'm not sure where it goes in the end. Let's get these weapons. Shotgun, that's nice. 9mm pistol, ammo. So Hedda has the shotgun, which she's going to use instead of the knuckle duster now. Insert the magazine. And Fenna is going to get the 9mm because she's a bounty hunter. She could use a gun as well. I'm going to give the grenade to boulders. Not sure how to use those. I'll probably try that at some later point. Got nothing to sell, and we could buy some more stuff, but we're not gonna right now. And now he doesn't know any news anymore, now that his daughter's back. So they're all a little bit hurt because they went up a level. Oh, wait, there's this guy standing outside. What's this? I can't beam back up because I'm inside a building, apparently. Hey guys, wanna have no troubles? Give me your money now. This is what he says, but you can't actually give him your money because he immediately starts beating up on you. So Hedda is gonna try the shotgun. Blam, blam, blam. 3 shots. And we got 3,000 credits from the police for killing a thief. This is nice. Gonna do some healing because he really did a number on us. So now you see Boulder's mental energy has gone way down, but everyone's healed. And we shot the thief, so this is good. Gonna go back to the ship for a bit, I think. See what we can do with that money. Okay. Just gonna save the game for a bit now. Just to be sure. So now we've saved, I guess we can go back to the planet and explore a little more. So make sure that we found everything we can at the moment. Okay, beaming down. There we are, the standard start location again. So now everyone's gone up a level, we've got some cash, so that's looking kind of good. Let's see what else we can do. Walking around. Oh yeah, this is this empty shop, that's totally not useful. Alright. This is... Oh yeah, this is the other guy's store, so we're going to talk to him. And now we can say, do you have any jobs for us? So we're going to do that. And then he says, I heard you killed this nasty thief. Not that really. Got a great problem, could you help me please? And he puts something on the counter. This heart must be brought to Lapis to our contact Jack Knock. He will pay 100,000 credits for this job. Now this sounds like a good idea. That's basically all he says, so let's just do that. So this is where it gets interesting. We pick up the heart and suddenly there are 4 thugs in the store blasting away at us who apparently want the heart. So we're quickly dying, and so very quickly we run out of the store and beam. No, we don't want to quit. We beam back up to the ship to escape. So the first time I played this game, of course I got totally shut up by those thugs because I didn't really know what to do, and then I tried to teleport while I was still inside the store. That didn't work, so I got blasted to pieces. So this is the way to escape. If you're really good at combat, you probably could beat those guys in the first try. But right now, I'm just going to run away. I'm going to try and call George McMill again, because we've moved on a little. Ah, now he's there. Hello, Mr. McMill. We could need a so-called shrinking device. Ah, now we get what gets interesting. You can be glad this item is very popular nowadays. He's going to send it to us. Alright, so that's done. We've got the shrinking device from George McMill, and we've got the heart. So we've got 2 things to do. So we're going to beam back and look up the shrinky guy. Boulders is going to try and heal everyone, but he doesn't have enough mental energy to heal everyone in one go. But if I'm correct, the mental energy bar will automatically refill over time, so it's like a cooldown thing. Hedda can identify weapons so she can see how heavy they are and their weapon class and stuff. So the shotgun is pretty okay. It's got 12 shots before you need new ammo to reload, etc. Alright, let's see what other skills we have. Fenna still has her tracking skill, but she can't see any important trails. This will probably be useful at some point in the game, but I'm not really sure. Checking out the 9mm. I'm gonna put giving the 9mm to Hedda so she can examine it a little bit with her identify weapon skill. So the pistol is does a little less damage than the shotgun, I suppose. It's good to know. So I'm gonna give it back to Fenna, which is not the easy drag and drop affair that it would be nowadays. You have to drop it and then she has to pick it up again and then select it again using use item. Alright. And then she has weapon class 80 because she's carrying a 9mm. That's nice. Alright. Boulders has got a bit of his mental energy back, so we're going to do the final healing. And now everyone is back up to scratch again. Resurrection, there's no point really because no one's dead. So we're gonna look up this guy Greg Morgan and shrink him so we can help him escape from this planet. And we probably got enough money now to fly away to some other place right now. Is this the place? No. This guy looks like the thugs, like the other thugs. But I don't think he actually is. He's still not interested in talking to us though. Now these thugs, the thing is, the guys who want the heart, we escaped from them, but essentially they're going to keep chasing us, if I remember correctly. There are probably... that's what I was trying to tell you. They're walking around here and they're chasing us. So Hedda is gonna shoot this guy with a shotgun, and she only took one shot to kill him. That's nice. He took a little damage, that's right. So that's one of those thugs eliminated. So there's this party of 4 thugs, but it seems that there's... Oh, that looks like another one, so I'm just gonna run away. It appears that they're now spread out and trying to find us in order to get the heart. We're not really sure why they want the heart, but we'll figure that out later. In the meantime, we want to find Greg Morgan so we can shrink him. I know where he is, sort of, but I don't really know how to get there. So let's just walk around a little. Let's see, now we're in the northern area of the map. Can't really recall. He's around here somewhere, but I don't think this is the right way to get there. Alright, so let's keep walking. And oh dear, there's another one of those thugs again. So this is one of the problems I was telling you about. Feta wants to attack this guy, but he's not selected. So then we select him, and then I press attack. But the weapon is empty. So I'm just going to switch to Hedda and unload on this guy with my shotgun. Took a couple of shots this time to waste this guy. And that there is not a thug, but it's the old man again. So I'm just quickly reloading Fena's pistol to prevent stuff like this from happening the next time we get ambushed by a thug. So yeah, this kind of shows how unwieldy the controls can be, especially when you're being shot at by a bad guy. You have to go into the menu, make sure your weapon is loaded, make sure you've targeted the enemy, etc, etc, and it can get kinda complicated. These guys don't have very strong weapons, but imagine if they do, then if you're a bit clumsy, you'd be dead before you could get a shot in. There's another guy. I'm gonna run away a little bit because we've got damage. So Hedda, the 4th character, has got the T to the left of her, which means that she's the targeter of the party, and that does help because they automatically target whoever is in front of you. So in the case of an enemy, you don't have to go to the targeting menu before you attack, which is super unwieldy. But if you want to have another character attack an enemy, you do have to make sure the enemy is selected first. So it probably made sense at the time while they were designing the game, but it's honestly not very convenient. I still haven't found Greg Morgan, which is kind of embarrassing. Here's the healing device. We could use it to heal. 25 credits, so it's not very expensive actually. But since we've got a doctor, I'm just going to save up the cash for now. Boulders is slowly regenerating his mental powers, so he should be in a position to resurrect or heal his allies pretty soon. Alright, this is where the thug was at. Yep, that's him. Backtracking a little bit, and there he is. He's chasing us. This doesn't look good. Okay, I'm gonna try shooting him. Hedda is using the shotgun, but it's not working, probably because of a range, and now my shotgun is empty. So I'm just backtracking. Okay, Fenna's almost dead. I don't have enough mental energy to heal her, which is nasty. I can't shoot him because he's not targeted, because he's around the corner. So yeah, you can tell this is getting a bit funky. So what I'm going to do is stop using the shotgun because I don't have the ammo, and just switch Hedda back to her knuckle duster and just beat the hell out of this guy. Like so. Okay, now Fenna is dead, which is not cool. So I'm just going to mash return here and then bam, beat up this guy. Alright, so Fenna is dead. That's not cool. But we have a resurrection doctor who needs 30 mental energy points, which he doesn't have. Morty can't do it because he has max 22 mental energy, which is not enough yet to resurrect characters at all. Boulders would be able to do it, but he doesn't have enough mental energy yet, so we have to recharge. So it's gonna take a little patience. In the meantime then, we're just gonna look for the shrinky guy. And I think we're in the right direction. We're on the right track now. Basically, yeah, we should go in here, go up, take the corners. I think I've defeated 3 of the thugs now, so maybe there's one left somewhere, or maybe all 4, I can't really remember, to be honest. I guess we'll see if anyone is chasing us later on. So yeah, here's Greg Morgan. And now we have a special button there. It's a shrinking button. Take care of this heart and bring it to Jack Knock. Which is weird, so apparently this guy also knows about the heart. And he wants to be taken to Jack Knock as well. So this is interesting. So we both, we have to take the CD, which has got this bro on it, to Jack Knock, as well as the heart. So the target is clear. We should go to Jack Knock on planet Lapis. Just gonna look at the grenade. Magnesium disc combined with a little fuse. Okay, I actually want to look at the CD. This is a compact disc which he used to shrink Greg Morgan. He is still stored on this disc. That's rather charming. Okay, at this point Boulders has got 31 mental energy, which is enough to resurrect Fenna, which we will do. And now she's back. She has no health almost, and she's lost her role. So we're gonna make her the user now instead of the Joker. And when you make a character the user, you can see the temperature and oxygen levels on the top right of the screen. I'm not exactly sure how useful that is, but it might be later on. So now we're done here on Castra. I'm gonna go back to the ship and see what we can do here. First of all, we're going to buy some fuel because we want to fly to the other planet. I'm not exactly sure how much we need, so just going to buy 1,000. I think that's enough. So we've got 3,000 credits left, and since we're going to be flying to another planet, okay, all the other stuff is too expensive. Just going to spend the rest of my credits on other stuff. So I'm going to buy as much water as I can, I think. Yeah, I'm just going to buy a lot of water because Lapis is kind of a dry planet, I suppose, so they might like water. Okay, now we're going to fly to our first trip. Not Arboreus, we're going to skip it, going to fly to Lapis, which takes... Lapis is the first planet in the system. Average temperature is 204 Celsius. That's pretty harsh. Few people who live on Lapis are very poor. The only reason for the colony are the rich titanium mines which supply the whole system. Alright, so engage. Planet apparently has no oxygen. Okay. Okay, now we're on a different planet, which is really cool. Saving the game again. And first thing we're gonna do, I think, is sell the water. So we get 79 credits per ton of water, and we bought it for 72. So we do make some profit here. It's not a lot, but hey, it's alright. It's a bit of a profit. He sells all kinds of stuff. The titanium is probably really cheap, so that's good. Alright, I think that's enough for this first episode. We've made it to our new planet, which is cool. I'm gonna save the game here. Okay, we've got all these do you really want to quit dialogues, which is kind of charming in its own way. This is what DOSBox does when you quit the game. So yeah, thanks for watching. Next time we're gonna try and find Jack Knock on Lapis. See what happens then. Bring him the CD, bring him the heart, and see what happens then. Pick up our 100,000 credits. And that should go a long way to starting us on our trade adventure, and maybe buying some parts for the ship as well. So we can start equipping us and exploring the solar system there. So thanks for watching. I hope you'll join me next time. If you want to leave a comment, you can contact me on Twitter. That's @Qualath. That's QWALLATH. And my handle is also in the video description. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.